alright. Let's say goodbye. Let's say goodbye.
All right, I've sent all the posts out, so let's. I guess we're ready to start this.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Distance nerding.
Right timing. Oh god. I'm laughing. So I got to start the show off with this, guys. It's super abrupt, but I've got to throw this out there because as I'm doing all this, so earlier, James sent his wife a ridiculous video on our distance nerding chat, and assuming by accident.
Mm-hmm.
And it was fucking funny as hell to me, right? Mm-hmm. And she reacted with a horror face, right? And I saw it and I responded, Jesus, James, from the DM account, LOL. Now I'm sending this to Jackie. and she responded to me right now. She goes, "No, spare her, please." And I said, "No, it's too late." She goes, "I tried, Jackie."
Oh,
It's very inappropriate. It's very bad, but at the same time, it's like, all right, I had to see it. Now my wife has to see it.
if it's very inappropriate and bad, it belongs here in Distance Learning.
Oh man, for real. I saw what has been announced so far of the Fandom Con lineup. What has been announced so far of the Fandom Con lineup.
I have not seen it.
I'm going to say it again for Sandra. What has been announced so far for the Fandom Con lineup? The lineup for Fandom Con this year is absolutely bonkers.
Really?
And he just announced a whole bunch of Power Rangers guests.
Oh, really?
Including Bulk and Skull.
Yeah.
The original Zordon is going to be there.
David. Is that his name?
I'll pull it up right now. It really wasn't, man. So Say Wong, it wasn't really a failure because they actually did get massive foot traffic, and the guests had a good time for the most part because we did get a chance to talk with a lot of them, especially post show. So I mean, it wasn't a full like failure of a convention. There might be some talk from fans and whatnot, but it actually was a decent show. I enjoyed it. I mean, I ended up getting there at the last second, and we ended up hosting a bunch of panels that we weren't, planning on hosting. I'm pulling it up right now. So he just put a whole bunch of more announcements up. So let's throw it out there. Austin St. John's going to be there. Walter Jones is going to be there, who is original Black Ranger, original Red Ranger. David Fielding, who is the original Zordon.
Yep.
Jason Narvi and Paul Schreier, who are Bulk and Skull.
Yeah.
Kerrigan Mahan, who is Goldar.
Okay.
Steve Cardenas is going to be there. Who's another Red
Rocky.
Ranger. Yep, Rocky. Karen Ashley, who was the Yellow Ranger from the movie.
Okay.
Carla Perez, who is the body, she's not the voice of Rita Repulsa, but she's the body of Rita Repulsa. Jason Font's going to be there, who's one of the after Walter hugged me. After Austin St. John, he's probably one of the biggest Red Rangers. Brandon McLaren's going to be there, who's really fun. We met him at Power Morphicon. Christy Ann is going to be there, who's another Pink Ranger. And that's who they have announced so far. No, it's I didn't learn that from Ming. I learned that from the source. I learned that from the source. The promoter gave us a list of everyone who is going to be at this show. And we are we're not going to spoil anything for him, but I mean, he last year with the show, with Fandom Con last year, it was very niche. They did like small anime appearances and a couple like random celebrities. I can at least tell everybody the categories that are going to be coming to the show, because it's pretty massive. Again, he's announcing Power Rangers right now, right? So for everybody that is our Power Ranger fans, and that's not even everyone that he's invited that's coming to the show. So other categories, he has Star Trek, Powerpuff Girls, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, not Teenage Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else. Oh, God. Okay, I'm gonna give a category here. It's not really a category, but they're actors from a certain movie that everybody loves. Let's just say characters from Last Dragon are going to be there. You don't know The Last Dragon?
No, is it?
The blaxploitation Bruce Lee film from the 80s?
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
So again, it's not my place to announce who's going to be there, but at least so you guys know categories. Those are some of the fandoms that are going to be there. He really went in on fandoms for this show in comparison to last year.
Okay.
He also is getting more control over the venue. So that was part of the problem last year is he didn't have very much control over the venue, and they kind of stifled a lot of the things he wanted to do. Because of the turnout that he got, they are giving him more control over the venue this year. I can't, Sandra. I mean, I can, Sandra. I can tell you off show, right? I know you're excited right now, but I can tell you off show. I can't tell you anything official. All right, so at least on the internet where people know.
The interwebs.
The interwebs.
They have that out there now too.
Exactly. So yeah, guys, it's gonna be a good time, especially because it's not just kind of like the low level Power Rangers. Like there's some pretty big names for Power Rangers that are going to be there. So I think this is going to be a much more successful show. They're starting to do promotion ahead of time. For those of you who are out of the know, this show, let me give you guys the date here. This show is going to be, has he not announced the date yet? No, right there, November 7th and the 9th at the San Jose Convention Center. So November 7th through the 9th, Fandom Con. And again, massive, massive guests that are coming to this show. I'm wondering, I'm going to go to the website and see if he has more announcements on the website that are not on the Instagram.
Ooh.
Oh God, this is such a, I went to their website and it's very obvious that the same promoter that did LA Comic Con is doing this because the page is exactly the same as LA Comic Con's. This we knew. That was one of the other things is he's going with the promotion. He's going with the same promoter that or the same PR company that does LA Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it's very obvious. You go to their website and it's very much LA Comic Con. It looks exactly like LA Comic Con. Oh wow. Okay, not only that, there's a concept that he had that he was telling us about. I didn't realize he posted it on the website. So he's taking it on tour. So he wants it to be like WonderCon.
Okay.
Right. So Silicon Valley Comic Con, Fandom Con is the one that he's announcing right now. But then he's also got scheduled dates for New York Fandom Con, Toronto Fandom Con, Orlando Fandom Con, Dubai Fandom Con, and Dallas Fandom Con.
Wow.
And those are all coming in 2027.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's kind of intense. The stuff that he's already putting out here. Because again, you go to their website, it's all pretty much clear on here. They don't have announcements for guests on here, so again, I'm not going to say anything yet. So I'm only gonna say out loud the things that are like on the internet that you can go and look up yourself. Last thing I want is to spoil the surprise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this show is brought to you by the good folks over at That's right, ladies and gentlemen. W is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. W contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. Find out more about W at www.w.gg and use the code NERDING10 to get 10% off your order. It's right there. It's delicious, guys. I mean, there's all kinds of flavors. The only thing that's not there is Graveyard's pickle flavor.
Not yet. Not yet.
I wonder if what's going to happen is we're going to get so big that W decides to partner with us and they do Graveyard's pickle.
Yes.
That's exactly meant the way it's said right there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right. And then that way Tater can have Graveyard's pickle in his mouth.
I mean, everyone should.
Right. Should all have Graveyard's pickle in their mouth. Have a good day with Graveyard's pickle.
Exactly. Exactly. Man.
It's like fucking pickle brine and fucking shit. It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah. And speaking of horrible things, someone did a Today I Learned on Reddit, and like they learned about Malort.
Oh, somebody learned about Malort?
Mm-hmm. That's a rite of passage for any new person to come to Chicago.
You should have not. God, Malort is so bad.
It is. It is. So, are you ready for the end cap? The best trilogies of all time bracket?
I am, man. I'm ready to end this. I tried to post to get people to come into the chat so that more people can vote, but as of right now we've got 3. So
all right. Well, remember, once we get through these, then we'll have a bracket for the best trilogy of all time, and then play it all back, but same bracket but with the worst. All right, so to kick off the very first round, we have Transmorphers. That's right. There's been 3 of them. Versus Reanimator.
Reanimator, but only because my choices are Reanimator and fucking Transmorphers.
It's Transmorphers. Nothing meets the eye.
If you mean that nobody saw those fucking movies, then nothing meets the eye.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Reanimator! I love Reanimator because it's Jeffrey Combs' first kind of foray into it. Creates zombies. It has a green goo, and it's almost I'm pretty sure it's H.P. Lovecraft story.
Reanimator, man. Those movies are like, they're both like they're so bad they're good. Is kind of the level of Reanimator movies.
Oh, absolutely. Transmorphers is so bad that it's never been made.
Yeah, they're so bad it's bad. Those movies are just fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
There were cash-ins and just like, oh well, Transformers is coming out. We should make horror knockoffs of Transformers.
Yes. Why not? Why not? That's what horror is always good for, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if anyone's going to be voting for Transmorphers other than Sewon because it has giant robots.
Sewon's like, I vote for it because fake kaiju.
Yes, Sewon, it's the summer of trilogies. Because what did we have 2 years ago? Do you remember?
Was it the summer of Marvel?
Oh, that was last year.
Okay.
The year before that was summer of DC.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. And that we have summer long brackets now. So yeah. Reanimator Sewon versus Transmorphers.
It's totally Transmorphers. Transmorphers is the winner.
No Sewon.
Sorry.
Ah.
I was plugging in my I was plugging in my phone and it unplugged my camera.
No Say Wong, American-made non-anime trilogies that people may have heard of. The bracket's set. You can't ask for more items in the bracket. It's already done.
Like how the back of my laptop has me and James on it now.
Yeah. You're going Transmorphers. Of course you're Say Wong.
He's going Transmorphers.
He is, because giant robots.
He's like, Transmorphers are better than, watching some dumb movie about, zombie shit.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, Reanimator is moving forward.
Good. Good God. Thank you, God.
Next up, we have Prehysteria. Dinosaur movies, Shirdu's favorite.
Wait, they made 3 Prehysterias?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I did not know they made 3 Prehysterias. I thought 1 was enough.
Oh, 1 was more than enough. Versus Troll.
Oh, Troll. Troll.
And yes, there are 3 Troll movies.
Okay, so I'm saying Troll just because, again, not my favorite series of movies. But I would much rather watch Troll than fucking Prehysteria.
Hey, Troll introduced us to the legendary Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Say Wong, once again, people need to be able to have heard of these trilogies. Your random ass trilogies in Japan don't count. Too late. Brackets made.
He's like, Japanese trilogies or I walk away.
Lots of votes for Troll. I mean, we are moving some pretty hefty hard hitter movies right away.
Again, not the greatest movies, but I would much rather one over the other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's nice, Say Wong. The list has been made.
He's like, added to the list.
It's done. There's no more new lists for this.
Right. This trilogy was released in the West. Duh.
Okay. Once again,
and then he's saying and then he's saying stop being a mark.
Stop. So check mark. Okay. All right. Trolls moving up. That's surprising, right? Now this one might be a difficult one.
I mean, technically, Troll was out of Denmark, wasn't it?
No.
Was that an American movie?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. The other Troll was out of Denmark, but not that one.
Okay.
Like from a couple years ago. Next up, we have John Carpenter's Vampires. 1, 2, and 3. The first one starring, a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Ooh, candy.
Godzilla is not a trilogy, dude.
Yeah, Godzilla is like
either Kamen Rider or Ultraman.
Okay, technically, but that's a new trilogy. If you're going Shin Godzilla, Shin Ultraman, and Shin Kamen Rider.
What's the commonality? You have the word Shin in it?
Yeah, because that's the whole thing. The problem is that Shin just means new, right? It's new Godzilla, new Kamen Rider, new Ultraman.
Does that mean the New Mutants are in that trilogy?
Absolutely are.
Okay. So Vampires versus the Robert Langdon trilogy. So the 3 movies that have been made with Robert Langdon, and that is Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons.
Oh, okay.
And Inferno.
Okay.
Which I think are really great.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. So hold on. So it's the Robert Langdon trilogy against what now?
Vampires. The first one starring, James Woods. Second one, John Bon Jovi. The third one, I don't recall because it's that bad.
Yeah. Oh wow. Tater and Frey both said vampires.
I as much as I love the first John Carpenter's Vampires, Robert Langdon. I really enjoy.
All three of those movies are good.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is you would think, because I mean, yeah, they are based on books, but you would think that one of those movies would have faltered, and
Mhm.
all three of them were very, very close to the books. Very good. Explain things extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
That was the other thing that you would worry, like you could worry about with that kind of book, is that like after a while things just don't get explained anymore.
Yeah.
But things, you know, the exposition is just as good in the third movie as it is in the first.
Yeah, the only thing that just drastically changes, and this is gonna be spoilers for Inferno.
Which what that movie came out like what 10 years ago?
Yeah. Is that the bad guys win in the book?
Yeah.
They do not in the movie. They win, and 30% of the population is sterilized from now on going forward.
And then and then the correct answer at the end of that is thank you, Jesus.
Was James Woods in the third Vampires? I don't know. I thought he was only in the first one. That's a great question. Let's see here. No. He was not in the third one.
Was he only he was still only in the first one, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And it's like I really want to give it to John Carpenter. Like John Carpenter fucking, you know, is a horror legend, but the problem is those movies were so. At least after the first one they were.
Yeah.
And the Robert Langdon trilogy, given that I didn't know that was the name of the trilogy, but I mean the Robert Langdon trilogy is definitely cinematically better.
Mm-hmm. It's a thriller. It's like Jason Bourne meets, you know, a old professor in a tweed sweater.
Yeah.
Is that what your vote is for the Langdon?
Oh, the Langdon trilogy for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Like I said, I there should have been 4 of them out by now, but they skipped the lost symbol and then decided to make that into a TV show instead.
I was gonna say, how many books were there? He had a couple.
Yeah, he writes like one every 8 years. He's like 60. He's going to do like 12 of these. I go, you're not going to live long enough.
Yeah, cameras are all pointing this way. Okay. Sorry.
You know, Dan Brown, write faster.
Yeah, seriously, dude, write faster.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna have 12 of these. No, you're not. So when you average them every 7 years, 12 books, that's 94 years of writing, and you know you started at like 30.
It's basically the same issue that we have with J.R.R. Martin.
No, he's just toying with us now. At first he was serious, and then he's just toying with us. So,
well, now he's never gonna write those fucking books.
No, not at all.
He's never concluding Song of Fire and Ice. It's not happening.
Nope. So the only ending we get is the shitty one from the TV show.
Oh my God! Please don't. I want to say don't, like, you know, scare me like that, but I think actually you're probably right.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, so Robert Langdon is moving forward. All right, next up, we have the Blair Witch. There's 3 of them.
There are 3 of them. Yes, there are. And it gets really fucking wacky after the first one.
Yes, and I happen to know one of the main guys from the new Blair Witch from 2016 now. So,
aren't they talking about rebooting that series?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Blair Witch versus Dustin's and his girlfriend's favorite song from their favorite movie that came out in 1970.
Oh, yes, that wins. I'm sorry.
The never-ending story.
Never-ending story wins. Just the first movie alone.
Hey, Nate, how's it going?
Oh shit, Nate Price is in the
Yeah.
chat.
Now it's a real show.
Exactly. Never ending story. Oh,
My kids have watched the first 2 Never-Ending Stories now.
that's fine. That's all they need to watch. They
But
don't need to watch the third one.
But my son goes, Jack Black's in the third one. Like, that's very true.
True. Hey, I love Jack Black as much as anybody else, right? Just that movie's not worth the watch.
No.
The first 2 were great though. So
Uh-oh, Nate's been trying to hunt me down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
never ending story.
Oh, yeah, he called me. Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely at this. Sorry.
Wait, he called you?
Yeah. Never-ending story. Wow, lots of never-ending stories.
As it should be. Okay, look, the Blair Witch Project is fine. You know, one of the movies that put found footage on the map and kind of showed how you can market around those kind of movies, right? They made people think it was fucking real, right? And it's like they did a really good job of marketing on that movie. But after the first one, it was kind of like, okay, now it's about like weird ass witches in the fucking in the forest, and you know they were doing it got to like the point where it's just bad CGI, and it's like, no, we don't need all this shit anymore.
Yeah. Hey, say Wong says Blair Witch Project because they are better. And if you listen, shamelessly plugging here, the episode that Salem and I did about the Blair Witch series, if you watch the Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows, as a History Channel reenactment, you can see why the acting is so bad, because it's the reenacting the events that actually happened. And that's why it's so bad.
It's bad because reenactments.
Yeah. I loathe Neverending Story 2 and 3. Loathe it.
The Neverending Story 2 was not the worst. I mean, it wasn't as good as the first one, but it was not that bad. The third one was definitely like, all right, this is Neverending Story, a quest to keep the IP.
Yeah, it's the only movie that they made that wasn't based off of the book.
Yeah.
Like, you have to watch 1 and 2 because they are the complete book.
Right. And I think that's probably why I give a little bit of a break to 2, is because it is continuing the story. It's not, you know, completely going off the deep end. The third one was just, yeah, hey, let's keep some money here.
Right.
Capitalizing on just kind of like the 80s sensibilities of that kind of like those kind of movies.
Exactly. Well, Neverending Story is moving forward.
Again, as it should.
Yes. All right. So next up, we have the Trolls movies. So, you know, the singing trolls dolls.
The ones with Justin Timberlake in them.
Yes, and Anna Kendrick and
Kendrick.
and Ron Funches.
Oh, is Ron Funches in those movies?
Yeah.
I've actually never seen any of them, so I don't know who's in those movies.
Oh, I've seen.
Well, you have kids, so
yeah.
I love Ron Funches. I maybe it's just because I really love. I used to watch At Midnight a lot.
Yep. So did I.
Yeah, and him on At Midnight was like, you know, perfection.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, because he was just so damn funny on At Midnight. And then I love him in Harley Quinn.
Okay. Haven't watched that, so.
Oh, dude, he plays King Shark. He's so good.
Does he? Oh, I can see him as King Shark. Yeah, I can see that. All right. Well, anyway, Trolls, the singing animated trilogy. A movie's the best twist ending. We should do that one some point in time. Maybe.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
Actually, I like that. Movies with the best twist ending. You know what movies will not be on that? Anything made by M. Night Shyamalan.
Correct.
Well, maybe Signs. Signs actually was one of the better movies. But I mean, like,
yeah.
You know, the movie that would definitely not be on there is fucking, what is it, The Happening?
There was no twist. That was the twist.
Yeah, no.
Twist was the movie sucked.
Yeah, fuck that movie in its ass, like hard.
Yeah. All right, but Trolls versus the Ty West X trilogy. So X, Pearl, Maxine.
Oh, the horror movies.
Yes.
Yes.
That's definitely getting my vote because the troll movies are garbage.
So I haven't seen either franchise. I'm familiar with both.
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm very familiar with both.
If you were to pick one to watch, what would it be?
So I wouldn't mind watching either of them. That's the thing, right? Because the usually, like, as much as I'm not interested in trolls, usually those movies are fun. Like stuff like that is fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I usually am not against watching something like that. But if both trilogies were put in front of me and I was told pick one and watch it, right? It would immediately be Ty West. So I mean, my vote's going to go Ty West, mainly because every person that I've talked to or listened to that has talked about these movies talks about how not only are they horror movies, but they are cinematically good. You know, that they are good movies by themselves, whether they're horror or not. And that is what attracts me to those movies.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, obviously you're going to have some bias in that, but I mean, like
a little bit,
you know, I still feel like, you know, of all those movies, it's the way that people talk about how good cinematically they are that makes me want to move to those movies. Like I would watch those movies over, you know, if I had choice between the two. So chat, what are we looking like here?
Chat has said nothing.
I see that. That's why I said that.
Wow, Taylor, you haven't seen Ty West, so going Trolls. Holy
he straight up just said, yeah, no, I'm going Trolls because I haven't seen anything by Ty West.
Oh, that's a shame, Tater. I thought we were friends.
Also, Tater, T-Y. T-Y.
No, it's T-I.
Is it T-I?
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
All right. Well, at this point in time, chat. Were the Ty West movies kind of sensual? Yes. One is about a horror movie that's happening around someone making a pornography. The second one, it's about 1920s and Pearl bangs a scarecrow, which was really, really bad. And then the third one, it takes place in the 80s and it's taking place at the same time of the Night Stalker. In the 8th. So
that I know that like I remember you guys talking about it and talking about like, you know, how surprisingly good it was.
Yeah.
And you like I remember you specifically talking about like I had low expectations going into this and then I watched it and it was like it's actually really fucking good for what it is. Like if you listen to the premise of it sounds terrible, but it's actually a really good movie.
Yeah, I said Pearl was garbage. I'm sorry, it was absolute garbage. All right, well, Trolls is saying, all right, so X is moving forward, barely.
Really?
Yeah. I guess sometimes, you know, if they ever make another one, Justin Timberlake's going to have to take a look in the mirror. All right.
He might have to cry himself a river.
Exactly.
Cry me.
Exactly.
Check out the cello or the
Ooh.
bass.
Ooh. All right. Next up, I know this is a stretch, and no Saywong's going to get mad. Stargate.
Ooh.
And yes, there have only been 3 Stargate movies.
I was just gonna ask that. So that means that there's just been a shit ton of shows, but there's only been 3 movies.
Yes.
The first movie was was like sci-fi fucking royalty, man.
It was. Roland Emmerich. He did fantastic stuff in the 90s.
Yeah, he did. Well, I mean, because Roland Emmerich is also
Independence Day.
Independence Day, but then also Fifth Element.
Mm-hmm.
Like his sci-fi is always fucking good, man.
Versus, I just have to say the same word over and over again. Ducks, 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 ducks. The Mighty Ducks.
I was almost gonna
Oh, so they have to go quack, quack, quack.
when you said why do you have to say the same word over and over again for some reason in my head I'm going, Martha, why did you say that name?
Yes, so the people's introduction to Eldon Henson and Joshua Jackson versus the
That's right, Eldon Henson was in that movie.
Yeah. And Kenan Thompson was in the second one.
Was he?
Yeah. Good choice for Stargate. I'm going Stargate for sure.
Actually, you know what? I knew that Kenan Thompson was in that. He
made the Olympic team. They
Right.
went on the street because he was able to put the puck on its side and do the slap shot.
Interestingly enough, interesting the amount of movies that Kenan Thompson was in the 90s before he did all that.
Was that before? I don't think that was before all that.
Well, because he also did what was it? Heavyweights, and that was before he did all that.
That one was. But
Yeah.
yeah. Ducks 2, D2 was after all that. All that started like 94. I think that's when the first Ducks came out. Oh man, more Ducks fans. Phil, what are you going with?
Okay, so we're doing Mighty Ducks and
Stargate.
oh god damn it. Say Wong, the NHL film versus versus Kurt Russell.
There was no NHL in the Mighty Ducks.
I agree with you. There was no NHL. It's hard for me to kind of jump on this. The third Mighty Ducks movie was more of like a direct DVD thing.
Mm-hmm.
Stargate, the first one was the only one that I was like really, really interested in.
Was it?
Movie wise.
Mm.
Because I did watch a little bit of SG1, so I mean I was kind of into the show a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't massively into any of the other movies. And Mighty Ducks was like a series that I was really into.
Right.
As is being said in the chat, fucking Coach Bombay, bro.
Yeah, but Say Wong is saying that Bombay was in the minors, therefore it's an NHL hockey. Does that mean that basketball was an NBA movie because there were basketball players in it?
Right.
Does that make that just because a person that means Airplane is a NBA movie because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in it? No, that's not how these things work.
Basketball is a porn movie because your mom fucks Squeak.
That's true. You definitely psyched me out there.
We're obviously basketball fans, guys.
Oh, love basketball to no end. All right. Well, the Mighty Ducks are moving forward. Despite it not being about, it's not about the NHL. Sorry, Say Wong. It's about hockey leagues around teenagers.
I was gonna say, side note. I finally watched the season premiere of South Park.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's fantastic.
It's so good. It's so good.
Mhm.
I was talking with somebody on Threads where they were talking about like, oh yeah, it was AI generated. I said, no, that scene was not AI generated. They just got a really good lookalike.
Yeah.
Because Trey Parker in the credits, Trey Parker plays the penis. It's his finger with googly eyes on it.
Yeah. All right. Yes. Orgasmo is a fantastic movie as well. Nate.
Oh yeah.
All right. So RNG decided to put 2 horror movie franchises together.
Of course it did.
We have The Ring. Now, say Wong, listen up. The Ring, not Ringu, not Ring Zero. The Ring, the American The Ring, because there's 3 of them.
Which actually, those movies, the only one that's tangentially connected to the Japanese Ring movies is the first one.
Correct.
Because they go off on their own story after the first one.
Sure do. Versus, and also say along, Ringu is much bigger franchise than 3.
Oh yeah, dude. There's like 30 fucking Ringu movies.
Versus Mimic.
Oh god. I remember when I was a kid and I went on my I went on like a horror like stint where like all I wanted to see was horror movies, right? This is like mid to late 90s. This is around the time Scream was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when Mimic came out, that was the movie that turned me away, not because it was scary, but because it was bad.
Oh, it's mutated bugs. Yes, it's awful.
Yeah, that movie just like, it was like, oh, there's a sewer scene with a dude who's a fucking big ass bug.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in this movie anymore, and it turned me off for horror for years. Mimic is the movie that caused that.
And yet it was The Ring that made Salem quit horror movies.
What's funny is Ring is like those movies, Ring and Grudge are the movies that brought me back.
Mm-hmm. That's what kept him away. PG-13 horror movies.
I think it was more just interest in the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wong saying he found Mimic more scary than the Ring.
Oh,
Mr. Funny Shoes.
Sandra's saying The Ring. I'm going Mimic.
Did a photo shoot in high school where Sarah from The Ring.
And you said you're doing The Ring, Phil?
I think I'm going with The Ring.
Oh, man.
Does that mean Ring is moving forward?
No, it's tied right now.
Ah, shit.
Because Sewon says he found Mimic more scary, but I don't know if he's voting for it. So chat. Once again, Mimic versus The Ring trilogy. That's Ring, Ring 2, and Rings, starring Johnny Galecki.
That's right. Johnny Galecki was in the third one. See, I always I remember the movie, but then I'll forget that an actor that I know now was in it, and it's like, oh, fucking Johnny Galecki before he hit fucking Big Bang Theory. But obviously after fucking everything he did in the 90s. What he was in Roseanne, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was the second Rusty.
That's right.
All right. Mimic is moving forward. Jeff said The Ring, but Taylor says Dad would say Mimic. So Mimic is still moving forward.
And then he goes on to date fucking what's her name? In Big Bang Theory, fucking
Haley Coco.
No. Also from Roseanne.
Oh, Darlene.
He goes to date Darlene in I guess doesn't really date her, but he like bangs her in Big Bang Theory.
Yes, that's before she came out.
Yeah.
Is it Sarah Gilbert? No.
Sarah Gilbert. That's who it is.
Yeah. All right. So Mimic is moving forward. Next up, we have Oh, part of the reason that Glee exists, Pitch Perfect versus Stuart Little.
Oh, come on. Both franchises I could fucking care less about.
Exactly.
Okay, so Stuart Little, Pitch Perfect.
Hmm.
Pitch Perfect created probably one of the most viral campaigns that annoyed the living shit out of me.
Yeah.
The cups thing.
Yep.
My sister was doing that shit. It annoyed the fuck out of me, dude.
Exactly. You know, and I bet people will say Stuart Little just because it was Michael J. Fox and, you know, Hugh Laurie.
I remember Hugh Laurie. I didn't remember Michael J. Fox in that. So
He was Stuart.
yeah.
I think Gina Davis was the mom. I believe.
So I think I'm. And the chat is basically going Stuart Little. I'm going to go Stuart Little on this too. Because I don't, like I said, I don't care for either one.
No. Which I don't know. I would have pegged some of our chat to be Pitch Perfect fans. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. I don't know why.
Both picks. First movie was good. Everything else was forgettable.
Yes.
I would argue all of it was forgettable.
I would argue that I haven't seen any of them.
I saw the first Stuart Little. Pitch Perfect. I mean, it was even to this day. Now that like my cinematic tastes have changed,
Mm-hmm.
I still have no interest in watching that movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know how this next one's going to go, but we'll throw it out there anyway. We have Urban Legends. That's Urban Legends 1, 2, and the third one, which is just about Bloody Mary. Versus, and if you count, remember, you have to count all three of them, Phil.
Yeah.
Van Wilder.
Oh. First two were fucking good.
You like The Rise of Taj?
I you know what? There was something about his character that I liked.
Uh-huh.
The first movie obviously was the best one, but I mean, like, the third one was just fucking recast hell. So, I mean,
Yes.
it's like, oh well, we can't afford to get Ryan Reynolds back in this movie, so
Yeah. I'm assuming you're going Van Wilder.
it's Van Wilder against what now?
Urban Legends.
Uh,
The first two Urban Legends were phenomenal.
the first one was really good. I remember watching the first one. The fucking fish hook, man. There's just there's something like it was in that era of I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scream and kind of like those like it was the return of the slashers,
Yes.
right? And Urban Legend, the first one was a movie I enjoyed. The second one I kind of only remember bits and pieces.
Mm-hmm.
The third one, I got like 5 minutes into it and I was like, what the fuck is this? Turned it off.
Yeah, Urban Legends Bloody Mary.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
like, this is fucking stupid. This is not the same franchise that it was.
No.
And I had no interest in watching it. So, as much as I liked the first Van Wilder, and as much as I guess it was more that I didn't completely hate the second one. It wasn't that I thought it was good. It was just like, yeah, movie's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the fact that I enjoy more objectively more film of Urban Legend, I have to forsake my my forever man crush, but only because he was only in the first movie.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go with Urban Legend on this.
The Green Lantern jokes. Why would there be Green Lantern jokes in Van Wilder that came out 8 years before Green Lantern?
Yeah.
You
created Van Wilder in space?
Yep, Nate saying Van Wilder. Yeah, Van Wilder is moving forward. I was with you, Phil.
Yeah, it's just like I mentioned, my reasoning for it all was because I enjoyed more of Urban Legend than I did of Van Wilder.
Someone just posted, like, with all these legacy sequels coming out, Rebecca Gayheart needs to come back for an Urban Legends legacy sequel.
Ooh,
and I'm okay with that idea.
It would have to be. It would have to be on the level of writing that some of the more serious writers and directors have been taking on this. Like I have not heard anything good about I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah. What they like, the perfect Urban Legends thing to do would be Urban Legends creepypastas. To take the internet Urban Legends and do a movie with all that, I think would be the next logical step for that franchise. Now, maybe I should look into who has the rights for this and do it myself.
Yeah, I imagine what would happen if Graveyard ever got a big budget.
Ooh. There would be many things done well. Hey, Squints. All right. Next up, we have the Triple X franchise versus My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh, God.
Two franchises, once again, I care nothing about.
Can I vote for neither?
Can we vote that all of them just rot in hell and die? I'm interested to see where that goes.
I do not care about My Big Fat Greek Wedding. I do not give a shit about that franchise in general.
Mm-hmm.
Triple X tried so fucking hard.
It tried really hard.
It tried so hard to be entertaining. They were just trying to capitalize on the fact that they had Vin Diesel.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're going to take an extreme sports guy, turn him into a fucking spy.
Yes.
Was it the first one where he's in Russia?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of them.
Okay. There's one of them where he's in Russia and he's just like there's a comedy aspect to it where it's just him trying to like bumble his way through things. Because it's just kind of like, yeah, no, I'm an extreme sports guy. Dude, I know extreme sports. I don't know shit about being a spy. And it's like, dealing with all that. And just kind of, like I said, just kind of like in a non-comedic way, trying to bumble his way into being a spy.
Yeah. All right. So we have 2 for Greek Wedding. Yes, one is in Russia, has Ice Cube as well.
Yeah. Oh, no, the second one's with Ice Cube.
Third one, he comes Return of Xander, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Return of Xander.
Yeah.
Or was it Return of Xander Cage or whatever the fuck his name was?
It doesn't matter, yeah.
But the second one was like Triple X Head of State or something like that.
Yeah. Squints, this is trilogy, so 3. There's 3 Triple X's. What's your vote, Phil?
Fuck the my big Greek wedding movies, my big fat Greek wedding movies. I'm going triple X. At least there's like minor entertainment value in those movies for me.
Mhm.
Like, at least they're like mindless action movies. I had no and still have no interest in fucking my big fat Greek wedding.
Well, Squints, the reason why Triple X seems like there's way more of them because his character in that's not any different than his character in Fast and Furious. So they all kind of blend together.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is not incorrect in any of the assessment that he just made.
So that's why I just feel that. All right. Well, Greek weddings moving forward, unfortunately.
Oh, motherfucker.
I know. It's only against Van Wallers. Don't worry. It'll be gone soon.
Chat, you disappoint me.
All right. Next up, we have everyone's favorite hole in the wall shower scenes of Porky's
Oh my god.
versus a man who has a very particular set of skills.
Oh, sir, we're on Liam Neeson.
But yet, people keep getting taken.
What's the Deadpool joke? He said they made 3 of those movies. After a certain point, you would think he's just a bad father.
Exactly. Was he ever taken in one of the Takens?
Who, him?
Yeah, because I feel like that would be the crescendo. Is his family has to come save him from being taken?
No, because Liam Neeson is supposed to be a fucking a CAG guy. So
yeah,
because he's fucking, tier 1 special operations. Like he's supposed to be the dude that, fucking can save anybody kind of shit.
Mm-hmm. So what say you, Phil?
Oh, Taken. All day.
Taken.
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, Taken didn't have an Atari game like Porky's did.
Is it Taken versus what? Versus fucking Porky's, man.
Porky's. Yes, there are 3 of them. Did Liam Neeson do a movie about being a snowplow man?
Being a
what? Is that where he gets trapped in the wilderness and has like glass shards in his knuckles to fight the wolves that he never actually does?
I think that was the point where I stopped watching Liam Neeson movies. Was when that movie came out because I was just not interested in it.
Mm-hmm. As of right now, Taken is moving forward. The Gray, yeah, that's it.
That's right, The Gray.
Yeah. All right, next up we have the Tres Madres.
The Three Mothers?
The Three Mothers. You know what the Three Mothers are?
At the moment, I don't.
Suspiria.
Oh.
Yeah. Hold on. So I know what they are. Hold on. Three Mothers. Dario. They are Suspiria, Inferno, and the Mother of Tears.
The witch movies.
Yeah. Yep, all witches. Versus a movie where people stupidly have a baby when there's aliens that are, attracted to noise. The Quiet Place.
Oh, The Quiet Place. Okay, as stupid as that is,
mm-hmm.
These fucking movies were good.
Have you seen The Three Mothers?
I saw Suspiria. That was it.
masterclass giallo horror films. That being said, I will also say Quiet Place.
They're great movies, but fucking Quiet Place.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, just the way he wrote those movies were fucking like. Again, it seems like such a fucking stupid premise, but they're executed so well,
Yeah.
and you don't expect, you know, the funny guy, the guy who fucking is known for fucking The Office and doing comedies, to like fucking bust out with a fucking amazing horror franchise.
Oh yeah. It goes into a lot of stuff. You know, I talk to a lot of comedians on my show that do horror just because it lines up so well.
Yeah.
So Nate says he would die in a quiet place because he has allergies. That's fair. I think most people would die in a quiet place.
It'll be quieter than that. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Three Mothers or A Quiet Place, Tater?
Knowing Tater, he's never seen Three Mothers.
No. Not in the slightest. I said it is a really interesting franchise. I will give them that. It took a long time for the third Mother to come out, though. Like 30 years.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a long fucking time.
Yeah, I think the third Mother was like 2012. He made really shitty movies between that. Yep, Quiet Place is moving up.
That makes sense. Yeah, and Quiet Place, I mean, they were just very well executed movies.
All right. Next up is everyone's favorite two of the three movies starring Bruce Campbell, Maniac Cop.
Maniac Cop
versus people our age first introduction to Gilbert Gottfried as a psychiatrist in Problem Child. And yes, there have been 3 Problem Child movies.
You seem to be having a problem right now. Oh man.
When's the last time you watched Problem Child?
It's been a while, man.
Like the 90s?
Hilarious though. Yeah.
Squints, that is the jazz quartet that he's currently building.
Yes, I am building the jazz quartet. Just so you can see what I've got built so far. I've got the bass player.
Mm-hmm.
And he's playing his upright bass.
Only 2 strings in that bass. That's not going to be very good.
There's only 2 strings. And I have the trumpet player.
Problem Child versus Maniac Cop, which stars Bruce Campbell in 2 of them.
So you already know which way Graveyard.
Oh, hands down, Maniac Cop. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. What say you, Phil?
Problem Child.
I figured.
He's like, I'm already expecting the disappointment.
Oh, easily. Easily. Oh, Nate's saying Maniac Cop, so thank you, Nate, for that. Give it some competition here. All right, so well, right, never mind. Problem Child is winning right now.
Like Problem Child is absolutely wrecking right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to the chat. There's a good amount of people in the chat tonight.
Apparently Tater wants us to come on John Ritter. Well, he's dead, Tater, and that's abuse of the corpse.
Come on, John Ritter.
All right, Problem Child is moving up. Next up,
I am now building the drum set. This is just the ground, like the
is that only for the drum?
yeah, this is the stage just to put the drum on.
Wow. They give him a lot of room.
I mean, the drums look. It's. You see how big of a piece this is. It is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 piece set.
Cool.
It's got 2 snares, 2 floor toms, bass drum, crash cymbal, and hi hat.
Nice.
So I mean, it's actually got a decent amount.
All right. Next up, we have Skyline, which is a sci-fi alien invasion.
Like sci-fi as in Sci-Fi Channel?
No.
Oh, okay.
As in, like, all 3 released to theater. Second one, I think second and third have Frank Grillo in it.
Oh, wow.
If you haven't seen Skyline, I would strongly suggest it is a fantastic movie. Versus someone that's just trying to, well, I have a question for you, Phil. I've got nipples. Could you milk me?
Oh my God, that wins. That wins. I've got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Skyline versus Meet the Parents.
Fucking Meet the Parents all day. I'm nothing against Skyline. I've never seen those movies, but fucking Meet the Parents. All 3 of those fucking movies are great.
Yeah.
It was what Meet the Parents, Meet the Fuckers,
and then Little Fuckers.
Little Fuckers. And Little Fuckers is just as funny.
Yeah.
About their fucking kids. And like it's so good. It's funny how much he lightens up by the end of the first movie and then becomes a fucking straight up hard ass for the next 2 movies all over again.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, we can't make his character soften, so we have to make him just a hard ass again.
Mm-hmm.
But the best part is like when your parents are like, your mom's a fucking sex therapist and your dad is fucking just weird.
Mm-hmm.
But he was a lawyer, but he was weird.
Oh yeah, all Beat the Parents by chat.
Yeah. What does he say in the second movie? He goes, if it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Yep. Yeah, I think Meet the Parents ran away with that one. All right. Next up, we have You're Killing Me, Smalls.
The first, I'll get into this.
Uh-huh.
The first 2 were fine. The first 2, actually, the second one was not bad.
And for anyone that doesn't get that reference, it's The Sandlot.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand James Earl Jones, aka Darth Vader's in it. Say along, I'll beat you to that punch. Versus Pee-wee's.
Oh no! Fuck you, RNG. Okay. Pee-wee's. Pee-wee's because consistency. The Sandlot, the first 2 movies were good, but regardless of how good the second movie was, it was forgettable for the majority of people who were fans of the franchise. The third one was straight to DVD.
Yep.
Right. Pee-wee. You have Pee-wee's Big Top.
Yep.
You have Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yep.
And what was the third one?
Is it Holiday?
Is it Pee Wee's Holiday?
I think so.
But I mean, like the Pee Wee movies, the just well sculpted comedies, and everything about them is just like you want to rewatch a Pee Wee movie.
Mm-hmm.
He killed it, man. It's true. It does end with the Dodgers' success. He does go on to play for the Dodgers, but the thing is again, the first movie is really the one that everyone remembers. Second one was kind of like, okay, it's there, it's a good movie, but it's again somewhat forgettable. The third one, straight to DVD. No one fucking cared about the third one. It didn't even have anybody in the original cast.
Yeah, but if you hear the song Tequila come on, you have to do the dance, right?
Yeah, dance.
And Tim Burton's start into feature films.
What, Sandlot? Oh no, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Yeah. No, my vote 100% is Pee Wee.
Oh, I absolutely agree. It's Pee Wee.
Like you heard my arguments on both. You guys know that I love both franchises, but Pee Wee's wins.
Yeah. I can tell you right now that I just do not like the Sandlot.
I love the Sandlot, man. And that's not just because we interviewed the cast. I mean, like I love those movies. I think there is a level of nostalgia in those movies. I love the amount of ignorance that I'm forgetting his name, but the main character, the level of ignorance he has. Because like his stepdad has a Babe Ruth.
No, Baby Ruth. Come on.
No, I was going to do that. A signed Babe Ruth baseball, and he gets upset and tells them all like he was signed by some lady named Baby Ruth. It's like the fucking Great Bambino, the Great Bambino.
Sandlot, because that one iconic line will get you canceled today.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I don't know what that one iconic line is. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, Say Wong, I don't know what you're talking about. What iconic line gets you canceled? Oh, you play ball like a girl. That's not going to get you canceled.
No. I tell my daughters that all the time. All right, so Pee Wee is moving up. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you really want to get into like lines that don't hold up today, the best explanation of something that was ever done was Betty White when she explained why do we call people pussies? Like pussies are extremely what'd she say? She said something like they're extremely malleable, they can stretch out. They have to push a baby through. You know it's really soft? Fucking testicles. She goes, you barely touch those things and they shrivel up into your stomach. I was like, Betty White is the fucking queen.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking love Betty White.
All right. Last up for round one. We have Not Quite Human. I know if you remember, you guys didn't know what it was last time, but it was, hear me out, the guy who went on to play the original Human Torch in the Fantastic Four movie.
Chris Evans.
Who was also in, no.
Oh, you're talking original.
Original.
You're talking about fucking Roger Corman.
Uh-huh. Who was also in Fantastic Four, the new one.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad from Growing Pains, Alan Thicke. Versus Phil. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Mm-hmm.
What you eating? Camel's hump. Camel's hump.
Yes. So Not Quite Human. I'm guaranteed I'm the only one that's ever seen those. Versus Rush Hour. For anyone that doesn't get that reference. I'm assuming you're saying Not Quite Human, Phil.
Yeah, absolutely. Not Quite
Okay.
Human is the best franchise, hands down. Fucking Rush Hour, man. Come on.
hmm
Rush Hour is at that point where the jokes in those movies hold up so well that you fucking start running into which joke was in which movie.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it the second one where they go to China?
Yes. And he's just a giant there.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker's just a giant.
Which one y'all hit me?
Yeah. I think Rush Hour is winning this one. Wow. All right.
I mean, there's no surprise, dude. As much
No.
as much as you want to call Almost Human, it's like it's Rush Hour, man.
But say along, Not Quite Human is about a guy who creates an android. You think you'd like those? You'd think.
All right. It's like it's a fucking cyberpunk movie, man.
It is. It is. And the thing is, in that movie, he makes his kid, son, older than his daughter, so she has an older brother. All right. Back up. We now have Troll versus Reanimator.
Ooh.
Ooh. I mean, I'm going Reanimator just because that is a better franchise, hands down. Jeffrey Combs kills it.
I think I'm also going Reanimator. That was the kind of right off the top of my head. I was like, I think I'm going to go Reanimator on this one.
Yeah, despite Troll having some of the best lines of someone saying, "Oh my god," as they're eating someone. Oh, Sandra's saying Troll. Ooh, interesting.
That is interesting.
All right, chat. We need you. We're calling you. Are you doing a stream this weekend, Phil? Asked Squints.
Game stream, I think I might be. So my buddy Danny has been wanting me to play what is the Final Descent or something like that. He's been trying to get me to play it for months. We might do like a crash after the buzzer tomorrow because like he really wants me to play it, and so I told him, okay, well maybe Saturday morning when I do my game stream, maybe we can play it on stream.
Okay. He said the Final Descent. Squints.
That's it, the Final Descent.
Did you see? Well, we're talking video games while waiting for chat. Did you see the trailer for Chronos New Dawn?
No, I did not.
It looks like Dead Space.
While they're simultaneously working on Dead Space 2 remake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's by Blooper Team, who did the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't wait. I'm going to be streaming that because it's a horror game.
I was gonna say, I imagine that's gonna look good. It's gonna at least look good.
Oh yeah, because like it's on the Switch partner thing showcase. You can get on Switch too. I'm like, or the PS5 Pro. You know, one of those. Which one will handle it better? You'll have to
Which one will handle it better? Oh, definitely the Switch 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's definitely a game that was designed for the Switch 2.
Oh yeah. No matter what, though, it'll never have the fun that we had with people getting all caught up and then swimming in rivers of shit.
Oh my god! As much as that game bombed, dude, because I actually went and looked at
Oh, it bombed hard.
I went and looked at the returns recently on that, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize it bombed that hard. But we had so much fun with that, man.
Clearly, not enough people watched us having fun with it.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, I'm in a river of shit, and I've got no paddle.
Oh, really? Wow. You guys are kicking off Reanimator?
Is everybody voting for Troll?
Yeah.
What?
Wow. I did not expect that.
I didn't either.
All right, chat. That's a hot take there.
It really is. You guys voted off Reanimator. Such a better franchise. I wonder if they thought this was like, oh yeah, see, Tater said Trolls. Buddy, wrong Trolls.
Yeah, Troll, like the live action Troll, that is like notoriously the worst movies ever made.
Yeah. Might want to go look that up. It's not the kids movie Trolls.
No.
It's fucking Troll. It is a fucking terrible fucking horror franchise.
Yeah, and Troll 2 didn't have trolls, it had goblins. So all right, well, I guess Troll is moving forward.
Calm down, Taco Bell Bear.
Okay.
Oh, you probably don't know that story.
Nope.
All right, I'm gonna make everybody fucking shit themselves right now.
Oh wait, Tater, are you changing your vote? If you're changing your vote, that changes things.
Yeah, because Reanimator is objectively better.
Yeah. I hope you're changing your vote. Change it.
Change it.
Change it.
Change it. Change your vote, Tater.
Do it.
Do it. Do it. Come on. Do it now. Yes, I'm changing my vote. Yay.
Oh, thank goodness.
Reanimator stays in.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so I've got to tell the story real quick.
Tell the story.
So we were on our way back from a con we did in Carson City.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to drive through Reno because there was a fire going on. So we had to like go through, or not Reno, Tahoe. Sorry, we had to drive through Tahoe.
Did you see Tahoe Joe?
We didn't see him walking around, but I mean, it was also in the middle of the day. So
okay.
So we're driving through Tahoe, and Jeff is telling us this story about some dude who found a bear, a baby bear, right? And was like, dude, he's like straight hippie shit. He's like, oh, dude, this baby bear looks hungry. You know, I'm gonna go take it and get it some food. Proceeds to take it to Taco Bell, gets a baby bear some food, and releases it in the wild. And mind you, I'm driving. I'm like, God, I wonder what happened when the baby bear like found its way back into the woods. And like Mama Bear, for some reason in my head, is Julie Andrews.
Okay.
Right? And it's like, honey, are you okay? Is everything fine? And baby bear's just, I don't know, Mom. I ate something and I'm shitting everywhere. It's fucking everywhere, Mom. Obviously, he had to have Morty's voice, right?
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm shitting everywhere. It's terrible. And that is the birth of Taco Bell Bear.
Okay. Okay.
Taco Bell Bear is the answer to, does a bear shit in the woods? Yes. And it's explosive, especially when it eats Taco Bell.
That makes sense. I like it. Well, you know, that story had to end unlike next one, which is a never-ending story.
Never-ending story.
Versus the Robert Langdon trilogy.
Oh, motherfucker. Never-ending story versus the Robert Langdon trilogy. As much as I want to say never-ending story, I made this argument earlier. The Robert Langdon trilogy is objectively just generally better movies.
Yes.
So I'm going to go with the Robert Langdon trilogy.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. It's like I said, we watched the first Never Ending Stories 1 and 2 this summer, and like I said, my kids want to watch the third one. My wife's going, no, we're not watching the third one. I'm like, I don't know if you've seen the third one, how bad it really is. But our kids gotta learn shit movies exist out there.
It's the reason people listen to your podcast.
It is.
It's so you can learn that shit movies exist.
Yeah.
Which I hope is coming back from fucking hiatus soon.
Did you watch the show last night?
I did not watch last night. I was
back.
I was gonna say I was in the gym last night until like late.
Oh, Salem's back.
Yay!
I know. I'm excited. All your flared bases belong to us.
All your flared bases belong to us. The flared base joke is gonna forever keep going, and no one is gonna continue to understand it, and I love it.
All right, next up we have Ty West's X trilogy versus the not NHL movie Mighty Ducks.
Ty West's X versus not the Mighty Ducks.
You can probably guess where my vote is.
Nah, Ty West.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. I think I enjoyed Mighty Ducks 1 and 2 as a kid, but after that, like when they did the TV show, couldn't care less about it. They don't need to understand it, Phil.
some people need flared bases or they end up in the ER.
I assume you're doing Mighty Ducks.
I think only because I've seen them. Because I haven't seen the X trilogy. Again, it's a set of movies that I'm interested in watching. I just haven't watched them.
Quick chat. Someone tell me what happens in Mighty Ducks 3. I don't remember. Other than hockey games happened. What else? Because I don't think Joshua Jackson is in the third one, is he?
I don't think he's in it either.
I know Eldon Hansen's not. I don't recall.
You know,
by then.
You know who's not in Mighty Ducks 2 and 3?
Emilio.
I was gonna say the dude who the dude who went to jail for smoking crack.
Oh, that too. They go to prep school. Oh.
They go to prep school. Even more reason for me not to remember this movie.
Interesting.
Because I do not remember them going to prep school.
All right. Well, quack, quack.
Quack, 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 quack.
All right, so that moves forward. Next up, we have everyone's favorite shape-shifting alien bug creatures, Mimic, versus Stuart Little.
Sadly, I'm going to go Mimic because I don't care about Stuart Little.
Yep. I completely agree. Do not care about Stuart Little.
The only thing I remember about Stuart Little is the whole driving a toy car thing.
Yes.
And Mimic, I remember fucking monster bugs in a sewer.
Yes. And who made Mimic? Do you remember?
I don't.
You don't? Why not?
It's probably one of those things that, like, I didn't realize that this person made those movies.
Guillermo del Toro.
Was that a Guillermo del Toro movie?
Yes.
I did not know that. I honestly did not know that. I did not know that Guillermo del Toro did those movies.
And Josh Brolin and Norman Reedus are in it, and you guys are voting against them? Come on. For shame.
But Hugh Laurie, Phil. Hugh Laurie. Fucking mimic, okay?
Guillermo del Toro.
Exactly. But Hugh Laurie will fucking Guillermo del Toro, okay?
Yep.
Arguably one of the best directors to ever do it.
Very true. All right, so we have 2 for Mimic.
I was gonna say so much so that he opened up a fucking museum with George Lucas.
Yeah.
Could say a lot about who that guy is.
All right, so we have 1 for Stuart Little.
And Michael J. Fox.
Are you Sack Deadpool? Are you going for your Stuart Little?
Be funny if he was like, no, I'm going for Mimic.
Because as of right now, there's only 1 vote.
For Stuart Little. Everybody else is voting for Mimic.
I mean, there's only 2 votes in chat for Mimic, but R2 makes it 4. So, Sack is saying Stewart.
Of course he is.
I know he would. Look at him.
You would say Stuart Little.
Exactly. All right. Well, 30 more seconds, chat. I'm calling the voting off. Get your votes in.
Do it. But when I say do it, I mean vote for Mimic.
Exactly. 3 for Stuart. Come on, chat.
Disappointment.
And voting's closed. Mimic's moving forward.
Yay.
Yay. All right. Everyone's favorite big fat Greek weddings.
God, that moved forward?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Versus Van Wilder.
Van Wilder.
What? Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
100%.
Okay. I mean, I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. I'd never seen any of the big fat Greek weddings. I don't care to see any of the big fat Greek weddings.
Yeah, I don't have any interest in watching those movies.
Saganaki tastes like lit feet on fire.
What?
The flaming cheese.
Oh.
It tastes like feet. They use foot cheese. It's disgusting.
They use foot cheese.
And this is a man who's Dutch who likes cheese. All right, yeah, Van Wilder. Of course. Ooh. Yeah, it's amazing we got moved forward. But this one actually might be difficult. The only movies worse than Big Fat Greek Wedding is Mamma Mia. I mean, I would probably agree with that, Sack Deadpool.
Did not realize those were different movies.
They are completely different movies. And, you know, maybe even Bridget Jones' Diary. Or whatever the freaking 5 of them there are now.
Mamma Mia. Here we go again.
Phil, I need you to be quiet because the aliens are coming. We have A Quiet Place versus, well, if he had this set of skills, could he survive A Quiet Place?
Oh.
Taken versus Quiet Place.
So remember, we're trying to figure out which movies are better, guys.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going Quiet Place. Hands down for me. What's your logic, Phil?
My logic.
Mhm.
Well, I liked Quiet Place 1 and Quiet Place 2. The prequel was okay.
Mhm.
Good Nyong'o did kill that role, but
Yes,
that's also not new for Lupita Nyong'o to do.
correct.
Pretty much kills every role she's in. So, Quiet Place or Taken
Mhm.
because I have a particular set of skills. Set of skills that makes me a nightmare for people like you.
Yes.
I think I go Quiet Place.
You have Quiet Place.
Mainly just because there's no variety after the first Taken. Like they're pretty much the same movie.
Taken says that book has nightmares about kidnapping Liam Neeson's daughter. I mean, I'd kidnap her too. Oh wait, never mind.
It's a Deadpool joke.
Yes.
I have nightmares about kidnapping Liam Neeson's daughter. You would think that's the one I said earlier. Like you would
Yeah.
think after 4 of those movies, just realize that he's just a bad father.
Well, not as bad as Scott Summers.
No one's as bad as Scott Summers,
Correct.
who, in a roundabout way, is Deadpool's best friend.
Mhm.
Scott Summers' son.
Yep. All right. Well, Quiet Place is silently moving forward. Next up, we have Problem Child versus Meet the Parents.
Oh, Meet the Parents. Didn't even have to think about that one.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, I haven't watched Problem Child since the 90s. I've never revisited it as an adult. I don't know if I ever will. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely do.
We're having the 4th Meet the Parents, next year, I believe?
Yeah, so then it'll no longer be a trilogy after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Meet the Parents definitely takes this one. All right. Would you rather not understand the person next to you that you're fighting crime with? Or would you rather just drink some tequila? Rush Hour versus Pee Wee's trilogy.
Oh, shit.
I'm not sure I've seen Rush Hour 3.
Rush Hour 3 is like them as old men.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still pretty funny, but it's like, they see each other again. Like he it's Chris Tucker, but like like older, kind of like more built Chris Tucker.
Yeah.
But like it's like the same slapstick comedy as like the first 2 movies. And this one is it takes place like between Hong Kong and France. Because like the final scenes are in like the Eiffel Tower.
Okay, it's Rush Hour versus Pee Wee's trilogy.
Yeah. And it's the what's his name's daughter? The girl that gets kidnapped in the first movie.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like one of the main characters in this one.
Okay.
And the actress like who played her as a kid comes back to play her in the movie. But she's very much a Chinese actress, so she's got like a Chinese accent.
Hmm. Wow, all the votes for Rush Hour. Holy crap.
Yeah, Soo Young grown up. That's who it was.
Yeah. I don't think I ever saw Rush Hour 3 then. Maybe I did. I don't recall.
Like I said, it's Soo Young, but she's an adult.
Mm.
And like she's still mad at Jackie Chan for leaving her.
Okay. So Phil, what's your vote?
So it's Rush Hour versus what again?
Pee Wee.
Pee-wee, fuck. I don't want to vote against Pee-wee.
I mean, I'm voting Pee Wee.
I love the Rush Hour movies, but it's like if I were to go back and watch the Rush Hour movies, it'd probably be really just the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I would watch all three Pee-wee's movies. Like, yeah, I would watch all three Pee-wee movies over and over again. So I'm gonna go Pee-wee.
Yeah, it's like right after he died, I watched all three Pee Wees.
Paul Rubens, man,
Yeah.
for all the shit he got for doing things that he was 100% allowed to do as an adult.
Yep.
Yeah, I just because I love Paul Rubens' entire body of work. It took so long for him to get back into acting,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that the first thing he did was fucking The Spleen.
Yes.
And he just kind of like showed not only just that he still had amazing acting chops, but that he could play other characters outside of Pee-wee.
Oh yeah, he was also the vampire in Buffy.
Right, and to be fair, he was also Penguin's dad.
Yep. Swins wants to know if you have a strobe light overhead
I do not have a strobe light overhead.
because lights keep turning on and off on your main screen there.
Oh, have they been?
Yeah, like right above your head, it's like it goes bright and not, bright and not. Is it your ring light?
No. I have a fan on, so it's probably
Oh, okay.
doing that.
All right. Well, we are in our top 8. First up, we have Reanimator versus Robert Langdon.
Reanimator versus Robert Langdon. I'm going Robert Langdon.
Ooh.
I like the Reanimator movies, but I think that if I were to like pick up one or the other, it would be Robert Langdon.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are like generally good movies, whereas like Reanimator, I have to be in the mood for.
Yeah. Well, in Reanimator, there is a head that gives head.
That's true.
And Jeffrey Combs. So.
And Jeffrey Combs.
Lots of Roberts. My goodness.
Oh my.
Yeah. I mean, that's not me wrong. They are fantastic movies. For sure. All right. Well, the Roberts have it.
The Roberts have it.
They do. All right. For next spot in Final Four, we have the Mighty Ducks versus Mimic. Goodbye, Mimic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know where this chat's gonna go.
Oh, I'm aware. I was just happy Mimic made it as far as it did. It had a good run. The ducks have started to come out.
Ducks, 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 ducks.
I'm assuming you're going Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks because Gretzky.
That sounds like a Say Wong answer.
It is.
I
It,
gotta look down. That sounds like a Say Wong answer.
yeah. Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky.
All right. You guys have voted off 2 horror franchises. Going to the final 4 here. All right. Let's see if you guys continue the trend. Because you have A Quiet Place versus Van Wilder.
Oh, I'm gonna go Quiet Place.
Ooh.
Hey,
Squints, thanks for the mimic in there. I appreciate it.
we're getting to the nitty gritty,
We are.
and we're talking best trilogies, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if we're talking about what franchise is better, Van Wilder does not pick up over.
No.
Yeah, it does not pick up over over the what's called trilogy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. That's right.
Oh yeah, Quiet Place is I think winning hands down on that. We'll see. We'll see if the franchise can keep up its pace. Right? It's a horror franchise. They all go downhill sooner or later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. They're 3 in. It'll be interesting to see. All right, for the final spot in the final 4, we have Meet the Parents versus Rush Hour.
Ooh. Meet the Parents versus Rush Hour. I think I'm gonna go Meet the Parents, and I think mostly because of how consistent the franchise is.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Meet the Parents is a much more consistently funny franchise.
Yeah. And Squints, you're not missing anything by not seeing the third Van Wilder.
Yeah. It's a
Okay.
recast. It's like, supposed to be, it's a Ryan Reynolds look-alike.
Mm-hmm. It's in the vein of like, was it American Pie, Naked Run, stuff like that.
Yeah. It's just a way to try and keep the franchise going.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, how do we make an entire movie about what's his name? The comedian that Van Wilder's based on.
Oh, Bert.
Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
There's like, how do we make another movie about Bert Kreischer?
Yeah. Oh, so you're wrong to saying Rush Hour or Rua Hour. As you typed. Yeah. I mean, I think so. I think Meet the Parents. And we only have 1 vote for Rush Hour in here, so
Really?
yeah.
One vote for Rush Hour. I don't know if I'm disappointed at you in you guys over that.
Yeah. Well, we were almost at that time. I don't know how many pieces you got left there, Phil.
I still got to get him out. I'm just going to finish this last floor, Tom.
All right. So we'll pick this up for next time. Last up in our final 4 was we're going to have the Robert Langdon trilogy versus the Mighty Ducks.
I know where that's going.
As do I.
It's gonna go Mighty Ducks, and,
It is.
and we're gonna be very disappointed with this chat.
Yeah, and it's A Quiet Place versus Meet the Parents.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's where we're at for the best trilogies.
Uh-huh.
That's hilarious.
Oh, it is. And the winners from all 3 will go together here. and we'll see which one of those three is the best. And it's going to be a free for all. It's going to be all three together.
Oh, this last thing is a Tom. Before I move on, okay, hold on. I'm just gonna finish this last Tom then.
Okay. So, for anyone who wants to know who won last time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And what is the last one? I don't recall. Interesting.
You didn't save it.
No, I did. It's somewhere.
It's in here somewhere. Just I don't know where it went.
Yeah, that's
That's exactly what happened.
very, very accurate statement there. Interesting. I'll have to look at it because I thought I saved it there, and maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Let's look at that. Did we say it was Dark Knight?
I think it was.
I was looking at everything. It wasn't Back to the Future, correct?
No, Back to the Future didn't make it that far as much as we wanted it to.
No, it was the Cornetto trilogy.
Oh, that's right, the Cornetto trilogy.
Yeah. So we have the Cornetto trilogy versus TMNT versus the winner of this bracket. It's gonna be a free for all. They're all gonna have to fight.
Cornetto trilogy.
Yeah.
That's right. That one better be the one that wins.
It's gonna be interesting. I said, and then we'll go through these and have the worst ones voted on. All right, so Phil, you have a snare you're doing right now, you said?
I'm doing a Tom.
Okay.
I'm just getting this piece in here and then I can mount it and we're done.
Sweet. Interesting.
Okay, so just so everybody can see what I've got here so far.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see there's right here and right there you have the crash and the hi-hat.
Yeah.
That I haven't made the actual symbols yet, but it's the stands for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then the entire drum kit right there. So you've got your Tom's snare on the floor right there. It's a single pedal kick drum. This thing's pretty big.
Yeah.
I think that was it for this bag. Let me make sure I'm not. Yep, because that's going into the next bag, and the next bag, literally the first thing it has me making is the crash symbol.
Sweet.
So we will pick up next week, guys. And we're getting there. So like on this next kit, let me go back here. This one I am building the drum kit and the drummer, and then the last sets of bags is the piano, is a grand piano and a piano player.
Oh wow.
And that's going to be the entire quartet, and all of these pieces come together. You can connect them all together. You can actually kind of see right here, like these guys, like this connects on the inside right here. So then you have the horn player and bass player right there. So they kind of all connect together, so they're all like playing together. Oh, you can't really see it right there.
Yeah. Okay.
right there. So that's kind of all of it together right there.
Nice.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yes, he's building a jazz band.
I can see why so many people like this kit. It's kind of cool to have like a whole kit of musicians like this.
Hmm.
But yeah, guys, let me go ahead and move everything back.
Yes, move it. Move it.
We're gonna move it on up,
Sweet.
but not to the east side.
Oh,
But we are finally gonna get a piece of the pie. Hopefully, it's Dutch apple.
I hope not.
What kind of pie do you like? Are you a pumpkin pie kind of guy?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Got to figure out what kind of pie is it that Graveyard likes, because Graveyard doesn't like chocolate. We know that.
Yeah.
It's like
very true.
what kind of dessert are we getting Graveyard for his birthday? It's obviously going to be the pie from Thinner.
I hope so. Yes.
Oh my God, that's fucked up. Better band building than what Diddy did.
Well, what did he do?
You're not doing Dick and Jane too. Just the filling. I hate the crust.
Mm. See, when it comes to desserts, plain New York style cheesecake.
Oh, I do love plain New York cheesecake.
It doesn't need anything on it. Pumpkin pie.
Okay, I need whipped cream on my pumpkin pie.
That's fine, but nothing else.
Pumpkin is the devil.
A combination of the two, either as layers or mixed together.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. No, you're not a Disneyland guy, but Disneyland on Main Street, there is a like a bake shop on Main Street,
Mm-hmm.
and seasonally they have a layered pumpkin pie cheesecake, and
I
it's
make that too.
so fucking good, dude.
And Sandra, that's definitely not for me. Chocolate cake with chocolate mousse filling, definitely not.
That's the cake we're getting him. We're gonna send it to his house and watch him burn it with flame.
And with just a vanilla cake.
Okay.
With vanilla frosting, buttercream frosting, actually.
So one of my favorite kinds of cakes, and we're just doing this because we're celebrating Graveyard's birthday early. We're going to talk about cake since we can't have cake. One of my favorites. So I like funfetti cake.
Yes.
With whipped cream frosting or cream cheese frosting.
Yes.
Yeah. I really like whipped cream frosting. There's just something about the taste of whipped cream frosting that, like, it's that like light and airiness that I like. Right. Yeah. Like almost like the cream flavor of it. And then cream cheese. I mean, cream cheese is good on anything. Cream cheese chocolate, at least, you know, like I'm hit or miss with red velvet, but I mean, if you could put cream cheese on a funfetti cake, I'm there.
Oh yeah, yeah. But that's all I make. Like I make New York style cheesecake that weighs like 20 pounds.
Graveyard looks like a pound cake kind of person.
Because it's that boring and plain.
Jeff says tres leches. I do like tres leches. Graveyard won't like this, but there is a chocolate tres leches that you can do that does they do chocolate milk, cocoa, and there's something else that they put in there, but it's so good instead of using like regular milk. Graveyard, are you familiar with tres leches?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how far up north it goes, you know. I'm just
I'm by the harbor. There is so many Mexican restaurants.
But like I do like me some tres leches. So does Jackie.
Okay.
So well, let's get into the end of this. Graveyard, give everybody your pluggable, sir. Everything that you got going on, every show you're doing. Let them all know where to find the Graveyard.
Yes, I am Graveyard, co-host of the Mostly Pod at Night, Mostly podcast.
They mostly
Pod.
at night. Mostly.
Which after this weekend is returning. We are going to be
Yes.
kicking it off with the Friday the 13th franchise. So
I'm so
finally
excited.
marking them off the list.
I'm so excited. It earlier today, I was literally in a rut for podcasts, and I was just like, "What the fuck is my fucking pod out at night? What the fuck, man?" And I listened to a shit ton of podcasts. I just caught up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited for to be back. We were new this weekend, but I'm new busy and also seeing Fantastic Four. So I want to enjoy Fantastic Four for what it is. I'm excited for that. Check out all new episodes of Conversations in the Void every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Central. We are booked through October at this point in time, which is absolutely astounding to me. And we, I'm starting a new show.
God, man.
Yeah. Whispers from the Deep.
So Conversations in the Void, Whispers from the Deep.
Mm-hmm.
Are you interviewing ship captains?
Yes.
Or is it Cthulhu?
It is going to be, because I've been asking this question for a lot of people, of what their most underrated horror movie is. So I'm going to have people talk about what we're going to do is my guests and I, we're going to watch their underrated gem that most people don't know about. Watch it and do a pre-recorded show where we're going to record our conversation talking about it, have kind of follow like a similar format, but we're going to be inserting clips and pieces from the movies as well to help bring out these unknown horrors to the community that people don't necessarily know. That's why it's called Whispers from the Deep. It's almost going to be called The Last VHS on the Shelf.
I like that because of the play on The Last House on the Left. I like that, especially because they mostly pot out at night. Mostly, like that's a play from Alien, right? So it's like we're aliens. So The Last VHS on the Shelf would have been fucking great.
That was my pick. Salem's was Whispers from the Deep. So I like it just because it's also being picked last because no one wants to watch that movie. So it's not going to be necessarily watching really shitty movies. I mean, it could be. I don't know what people's choice is going to be, but it's just a different format and just a different way to have people on talking about horror and expanding the horror brand. And I also convinced my wife to do horror movie trailer reactions with me as well.
Nice.
So we are going to start that as well, just to have more horror content on the channel. Yeah, I'm excited. And so check it out on social media at Pod Out Night. And yeah, stay tuned for all this awesome stuff. And if you follow me on Facebook, if you know my real name, there is an announcement coming tomorrow as well for a project that is being kicked off in August.
Nice. I will see it because I do know your real name.
You do. So, if you can find me, you can go ahead and find me.
That's right. You know what I realized? Hold on 1 second here. There it is. Nothing. Nothing. So, not all your pluggables there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. I was trying to make a bad joke, and then I jumped over, and I was like, oh, shit, he might not be done. What the fuck? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently on the road to 500. If you are not currently subscribed to Distance Nerding on YouTube, what are you waiting for? Come on, man. I'm trying to give away Lego. Trying to give away the Lego, guys. 500 followers, and we give away Lego kits. Do it. Get it done. Help us out. It helps us out. Make the algorithm think that you guys actually like us. Guys, tell us what you're nerding out on. Connect with us on all the social media places: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, Blue Sky, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. Isn't there another thing that's I don't know, whatever. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and Mandels the beard, Jamez's glasses, and of course everything should do. We'll do it for money, especially him reacting to
Yeah, bitch.
There we go. All right, guys, at Distance Nerding. Of course, if you'd like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, or just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely and spit us out without a flared base, then you can email us at distancenerding@aol.com and we will read it live on the air. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. We have had a great time, but ladies and gentlemen, we will see everybody tomorrow for Graveyard's birthday extravaganza. Jep Nerdy.
Oh, don't you? I can't wait. And also, who's in this chat that isn't following the DeLongs, follow them as well. They're on the road to 200.
That's right. Once they hit 200 subscribers, they're also going to be giving a bunch of stuff away. So, guys, help us out. Help out indie creators. We are trying to do our best to continue entertaining everybody. That's an ER trip for sure. We are trying to do our best to help promote each other and help everyone out. And ladies and gentlemen, we all grow together, right? So one day we all hope to have as many subscribers as Graveyard.
Hey, Kyber Cave is ahead of me again. So
yeah. All of you guys with your couple thousand subscribers. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from us. Thank you for hanging out with us, guys, and we will see everybody tomorrow for the buzzer. Thanks, and keep nerding together.
Bye.
Distance nerding.